I'm a corporate marriage counselor. I just help companies fall in love and stay in love with their customers. Not a simple thing, I must tell you. During the dating, which is also known as the sales process, everybody's in love, not a problem at all. Then they get together, and that's when the problem starts. And they start calling each other names. I have a client who called their customers inventory. I thought that was a lovely name, considering they are financial services and they have no inventory whatsoever. But I said, no, we work with inventory. And I said, really? And what do you do with the inventory? And they said, well, we liquidate them. And I thought that is really a nice path for a great relationship. It's going to take us a long, long way. Today's customer, if we look at it, is actually an individual. And what we have seen is the web accentuating individualization in ways that we have never seen before. In ways that customers today are saying, I'm a single person with 3 friends in Slovenia, 1 in Estonia, 1 in Taipei, and that's it. That's my community. You want to talk to me? Talk to me my way. Talk to me my language. Talk to me my colors. Talk to me my songs. When we look at the iPod phenomena, by the way, that what makes the iPod phenomena so powerful is not because people see themselves as iPod users. What people define themselves is actually by their list of songs. Their list of songs is uniquely theirs. Their list of songs is what they want, and nobody else have that list of songs. I was about a couple of weeks ago speaking at a conference in Atlanta. It was a conference for salespeople of a large software company. And interestingly enough, the company was so lavishly treating their salespeople that they, you have all the pop, all the Coke, it's Atlanta, you have to have Coke, of course. All the Coke, all the Sprites, everything you want. In fact, the company managed to sneak into Atlanta some Pepsi, for those who likes it. In Atlanta, it's prohibited drink. It's almost prohibition when it comes to Pepsi. And they had free coffee of wide variety. And then I entered the building. It was in the convention center. And I noticed this snaking line, very long line. And I asked my host, I said, well, where's this line going to? Because here's all the drinks and here's all the stuff. He said, well, that's the Starbucks line. I said, why? Are you expensing? He said, no. They were told very clearly, no expenses of Starbucks. And yet they went to Starbucks. When the coffee was there, the Pepsi was there, and everything else was there. And they were willing to pay the extra Starbucks cup. And the question is why? They get all the caffeine that they want free of charge right here. And the answer is 19,000 variations of Starbucks. So you believe that your cup is the only cup. It's not about coffee. It's about individualization. It's about how you make me special and different than the rest of those customers that you've seen. We are all familiar with Facebooks, right? All familiar with Facebook? That's where our customers are going and accentuating who they are. Well, guess what? A lot of customers don't even like Facebook anymore. We got a whole new wave through Ning. If you haven't checked that one, there is a dedicated social network for hamster lovers. Apparently, they don't feel that they belong with the rest of the world. They need to be on their own. And right next to them, there is another social network for mustache lovers. People who love mustache. So those who grow it, those who touch it, those who loves it. And then on top of it are my favorite, the nerd finders. You can all join with joining people who actually embrace their nerdiness, and they are proud of it, and they want to be part of it. And my absolute favorite is the social anxiety network. It's basically for people who have anxiety from joining a social network. They have their own network as well. So all in all, we are seeing our customers pushing and accentuating their individualism in a way that we haven't seen before. We can no longer apply the one-size-fits-all. And the question is, how do we relate to that individualism, and how do we engage with them emotionally? Because that's the next area that we're going to deal with. So as we are seeing the movement right now in terms of how we need to connect to our customers, we need to move from broad to precise. We need to know more about our customers. Some of you in the B2B are saying, you know what, Lior, that's more like in B2C. Let me tell you a story. In Excellence Every Day, I brought the story of Deluxe Financial Services. They were facing a crisis that many of you are facing as well in different degrees, which is commoditization. Deluxe Financial Services manufacture checks. If you think there is a business and problem, it's probably checks. How many checks do you actually write today? A lot of the things are done online. And they're looking and saying, how are we going to differentiate? And the answer is, there's not much to differentiate. People are not using your products. It's just going that way. The trends are very clear.